Christine Baptista.
Hello.
Hey.
This will be interesting.
It will be interesting. Chrissy is on. I look like a hot mess. I'm trying to hide.
I am hiding. Hold on. Maybe we won't hide.
Chrissy's on? Yeah, Chrissy's on.
Oh, she's on. Hey, girl.
Hold on. I'm going to be real close. Can you see me?
I cannot see you.
If I do start video, will I be able to see myself? Oh, hi.
Hey, girl. Is that your bedroom?
No, hi. So this is the guest room that I've now turned into an office since I've been working from home. So there's my
face. Very
Oh,
pretty.
it's super cute.
right. It was like perfect timing with all of this nonsense. Hold on. Look, there's my mat. So then you can watch me be a fool. And then I have you guys on my TV in front instead of just my screen.
Yeah.
A nice little setup.
Is it easy to hook your laptop to your TV?
Yeah, you just need an HDMI cable.
All right. Got one.
How does she look, Chrissy? Centered?
Fabulous. Yes.
Cool. We are recording, just so you guys know.
Am I going to show up in this recording or no?
Yeah, you're
Okay, good.
you know. I'm gonna make this. Right now, yeah. Julie was. I wonder if they're having issues signing in. Let me see real quick.
A little snappy. Oh, we have a visitor.
Dakota's here.
I guess we can start. More people, so we might just hop in.
Okay, no problem.
Hi, all you ladies.
All right, I'll see you later. All right, I'm excited to start. So for tonight's class, it is our hybrid class, so stretch, flow, and restorative. So Chrissy and whoever else hops on. Chrissy, I don't know if you have blocks.
You know what?
Okay, that's okay. So for some cups that we'll be using tonight, and it won't be until the later half, the second half of class. So if you have a pillow close by, I'm going to use a bolster, but you can have a pillow. I also have a strap. It's not necessary, but just because I have them, I'm going to try to utilize them. But if you don't have them at home, that's okay too. So just make sure that you practice with your breath flowing through this evening's class. We're actually going to begin in a seated position. So you can start with your legs crossed. I'm actually on a bolster and propped it up here. You can bring a pillow underneath your seat or a block or whatever it is that's comfortable, or you could be on your shin. So if that's comfortable as well, please find a seat. And just begin to close your eyes here, dropping your hands down to your knees or into your lap. Begin to connect with your breath here. Not manipulating the breath in any way, but just noticing the natural rise and fall of the wind. We're going to be intentional with our breathing here. And now deepening the breath a bit, so taking a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out the nose. Deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out. Going for 3 more rounds of breath, just like that. Final breath in. And this time exhale out your nose. Out your nose. We'll just do one more. Inhale, deep inhale through the nose. And sigh out the mouth. Alright, blinking the eyes open. If you're propped up on anything, just remove it from underneath your seat. And let's meet in a child pose. So taking your knees as wide as the mat, big toes touch. And extending your arms out long in front of you. Surrendering the heart, surrendering the head down towards the earth. Big breath in. Exhale, settle in. Maybe rocking your forehead from side to side, giving your third eye a massage even. And then coming back through center. Grounding the tops of the feet down and towards the earth, the shin. Maybe your bum meets the heels. And really being active through the palms here, so really grounding down the palms towards the earth. Maybe your arms are fully active here. Getting a nice long stretch. Taking a big breath in. And exhale, side out. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more breath in. And on the exhale, touch the toes, lift yourselves up halfway. Coming into your tabletop position. So here in your tabletop, your hands are pressing in towards the earth, wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hip points. Take a peek between your legs, make sure you don't see your feet. If so, just slide them out of the way and share a line with your ankles here. Beginning with your toes tucked, on the inhale, drop the belly, gaze lift up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, untuck the toes, round up the spine, gaze toward your belly. Inhale, touch toes, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, untuck the toes, round up the spine, gaze toward your belly. Let's go for one more round. Tuck the toes, belly drops, gaze lifts. And exhale, untuck the toes, round up in the spine, gaze towards your belly. And let's just hold here for an extra breath. Rounding down the palms, really rounding out to the spine. You rock from side to side here. Big breath in. And exhale out. Good, settling back through center, coming into a neutral tabletop position. Keeping the toes untucked, so grounding the tops of the feet in towards the mat here. You're gonna bump your hips over to the right. We're gonna go for full body circles and then down towards your heels. And top. Good, maybe inviting some extra movement, moving up the head, your neck, maybe flipping your hair around. And starting off slow in one direction. And then speeding it up. Then making your way back up to the top of the mat, coming back through center. Bumping your hips over to the left this time. And then down towards your heels. Again, starting off slow. Incorporating some circular motion in your neck, your head. And then speeding it up. And coming back through center when you reach the top of your mat. Rounding down, stepping your right foot back behind you. Dakota's excited. You're gonna come onto the ball of your right foot here. So it's extending it back. Begin to rock your weight from back and forth. So forward and back. Forward and back. Big breath in here. On the exhale, you're gonna bend your knee, bring it in towards your nose, and then step your right foot to meet between your hands here. And staying on the knee, staying on your left knee here. So you can interlace your fingers and clasp your hands onto your right knee. Maybe you can have to shimmy up your toes a little further to the top of the mat, and then bend deep here, this right knee. To square off your hips, you're gonna draw your right hip back, your left hip forward, sinking in deep here. Rounding down the big toe mount of that right foot and then the top of the left foot. On your next breath in, arms extend up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, settle in. Big breath in. Exhale out. One more breath in. And on the exhale, your left hand is going to come to the inside of your right foot and your right arm is going to reach up high towards the ceiling. Big breath in here. On the exhale, bow your chest up high towards the ceiling. Good. Following your breath, following my cues. Big breath in here. Exhale out. One more breath in. On the exhale, your top hand comes down to frame the front foot. And you're going to step your right leg back, coming back into your neutral tabletop position. Now, stepping your left leg out behind you, coming onto the ball of the foot. And just begin to shift your weight forward and back. Forward and back. You have a puppy in front of you. Big breath in here. And on the exhale, bend the knee, bring it in towards your chest, in towards your nose, and then step that left foot to meet between your hands here. And finding a solid foundation, so grounding down the big toe mount of that left foot. Interlacing your fingers, clasping your hands onto your left knee. And this time your left hip draws back and your right hip draws forward. Again, maybe you scooch out your toes of your left foot to sink a little bit deeper in that front knee to create a 90-degree angle here. On your next in breath, arms extend up high towards the ceiling. And exhale, settle in. Big breath in. Exhale out. Big breath in. And exhale out. One more breath in. And on the exhale, your right hand comes to the inside of the left foot this time. So rooting down here, and your left arm goes up high towards the ceiling, paralleling your chest. Your gaze meets the ceiling, gaze maybe even meets that top hand. Maybe you reach behind you for a deeper stretch here. Big breath in. Exhale out. And just follow your breath here. One more breath in. On the exhale, your top hand comes down to meet the mat. Stepping your left foot to meet in your neutral tabletop position. Tuck the toes, belly drops, gaze lifts. Exhale, untuck the toes, round up the spine, gaze towards your belly. And coming back to neutral tabletop. Separate your knees, mat width distance apart, big toes touch. Rounding down in your left hand. On your next in-breath, arm extends up high towards the ceiling. Maybe it doesn't reach all the way towards the ceiling, maybe it's just halfway, whatever is most comfortable for your body. And then thread it underneath the left arm, surrendering down to your right side body. You can take a half bind with your left arm, or maybe just extend it out in front of you. And just breathe here. One more breath in. Rounding down that left hand, right arm reaches up high towards the ceiling or halfway, gaze follows, and plant it down in front of you. And now setting up for the opposite side, left arm reaches up all the way or halfway, whatever is most comfortable, just so you're not straining on your shoulder. And thread it underneath the right arm, surrendering down to your left side body. Now, my back is turned to you. Just follow my cues, follow your breath. And extending out that right arm, or maybe taking a half bind here. So whatever is most comfortable, whatever feels good. One more breath in. Exhale, grounding down that right hand, left arm reaches up. And drop it down. And so you're gonna bring your knees in, back to your tabletop position. You're gonna tuck the toes here, walk your hands out towards the front of the mat, and then send your hips up and back for your downward facing dog. Good, so we're like an upside down V here, with your hands, shoulders width distance apart, feet, hips width distance apart. And just begin to pedal up the feet here. So bending one knee at a time. And breathing into this full body stretch. Maybe pedaling out a little bit faster here. And slowing down and then coming back to your center. You're gonna inhale, coming up high into the balls of the feet, and exhale, surrender the heels down. So you wanna find extension through your tailbone. So you don't wanna have the scoop in your back, but instead, pressing your chest in towards your thighs and your tailbone high towards the ceiling, but again, not dipping in the lower back, finding length, finding extension. And then just breathing here. Again, maybe your heels don't meet the mat, and that's okay. You will eventually. Big breath in here. Exhale, side out the mouth. Good. Your next in-breath, bring your feet together, coming high to the balls of the feet. Bend in the knees, your tailbone super high towards the ceiling. And begin to take small steps forward, meeting at the top of the mat, taking your time here. When you arrive, grounding your feet down towards the earth, keeping a big bend in the knees. And allow your belly to meet your thighs here. And just allow your head to hang heavy. So your neck is super loose, head is super heavy. Option here to grab opposite elbows. Or allow your arms to dangle out in front of you. Big breath in. Exhale, bend even deeper. Big breath in here. Exhale out. Got it. You have opposite elbows. Now grab your grip the opposite way, so like the opposite way. And then just settle back down. If you didn't have your elbows gripped at all, just keep your arms dangled out in front of you. Just 2 more breaths here. Gently release opposite elbows. Allowing your arms to dangle here, grounding down the feet. And begin to lift yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae, and being the last to lift. And taking your time here, nice and slow. Keeping your eyes closed. And when your head lifts, arms will extend up above head. And your prayer will come through heart center. Bring your arms alongside body Tadasana. You can blink your eyes open here. Just take a peek down at your feet. Make sure that your feet are facing total quad. Your thighs are engaged, your tailbone is tucked, your pelvis is lifted. Core is engaged here. And let's begin by bringing our shoulders up towards our ears and then drawing down our backside. Let's do it 2 more times, drawing your shoulders up towards your ears and then down your back. One last time, up towards your ears and then down your back. Inhale, sweeping your arms up above head, coming to prayer. Your right hand is going to grab your left wrist, grounding down on the feet, and you're going to bend over towards the right side. Taking a big breath in. Exhale, bend over towards the right. I'm going to come to face here. So staying where you are, follow my breath. Big breath in here. Exhale, bend even deeper. 1 more breath in. And 1 more breath out. Pressing yourself in towards your feet, bringing yourself back up to center. This time, setting up for the opposite side. Your left hand grabs your right wrist, bend over towards the left side. Big breath in here. Exhale, bend even deeper, barreling your chest up towards the ceiling. Gaze will follow. Big breath in. Exhale, bend even deeper. 1 more breath in. 1 more breath out. Pressing yourselves up back to your center. Releasing your grip. Bring your prayer through to heart center. Rounding down on the feet. On your next in-breath, arms extend up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, bend at the knees. And forward fold here. Inhale, London, flat back position. So bring your hands to your shins or maybe to your thighs. And forward fold. Inhale, flat back, palms to shins, forward from your thighs. Pressing your heart forward. And tailbone up high towards the ceiling. Final time, just like that. Inhale, flat back position. Palms to shins. Press your heart forward. Tailbone high towards the ceiling. And forward fold down. And this time you're going to plant your palms down. And step your feet back into your downward facing dog. Your next in-breath, right leg keeps up high towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, step that right foot to meet between your hands. Again, lower down that left knee. Your next in-breath, arms should go high towards the ceiling. So checking in here. Again, maybe you move your feet, move that right foot towards the top of the mat so you could bend even deeper in that front knee, creating your 90-degree angle. Square your hips off, right hip draws back, left hip forward, sink even deeper here. Belly's engaged. Big breath in. Exhale out. Big breath in. And exhale out. One more breath in here. And this time on your exhale, you're going to extend your left arm out in front of you, and then your right arm is going to come out behind you. So twisting from your hips, twisting from your torso here. Maybe your gaze meets that back thumb. So nice and strong, super active here. Big breath in. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper in that front knee, get straightened. And now we're going to go to this reverse peaceful. So your back hand's going to meet your back leg, and your left arm's going to reach up high towards the ceiling. And maybe your gaze meets the back right corner of your mat. Big breath in here. Exhale brings you back to your center. Left hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Right arm peels up high towards the ceiling. Just for a breath. Big breath in. Exhale brings it down. Step that right leg to meet the left, coming into your tabletop position. And then tuck your toes, send the hips up and back down, or facing dog. And then pedal it out here for 2 breaths. And coming back to your center. Left leg sweeps up high towards the ceiling. You're going to bend the knee, bring it in through your nose, and then step it to meet between your hands. Finding your foundation here, nice and strong, and lowering the back knee, surrender down top of the ground down as well. Your next in-breath, arms extend up high towards the ceiling. Okay, so we've been here before. So again, make adjustments as you need. I tend to have to scooch out my foot basically every time that I'm here, just to bend a little bit deeper so it gives me a nice stretch. I'm squaring off my hips. I'm petting the dog, and then I'm extending my arms up high towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Exhale out. So here, squeezing your inner thigh muscles in towards one another makes all the difference for your foundation, for your stability. Even if you're shaking, it's a good shake. Big breath in here. Exhale out. Big breath in. And exhale out. One more breath in. And now on this exhale, your right hand reaches out towards the front of you, or your right arm rather, and your left arm peels back, gaze follows. So here I can see myself perfectly, so I'm going to bend deeper in my front knee. Then I'm going to twist even more. Gaze meets my back thumb. Big breath in here. Exhale out. Big breath in. And exhale out. One more breath in. And now on the exhale, let's take this reverse peaceful. So our back hand, back leg, right arm peels up high towards the ceiling. And my gaze meets the bottom left corner of my mat. And just breathing here. One more breath in. Exhale brings me back to the center. Right hand comes to the inside of that left foot. Left arm reaches up high towards the ceiling for one breath here. Exhale, plant that palm down towards the mat. Step that left leg back to your tabletop position. And let's take a child's pose. So your knees bent wide, big toes touch, and arms extend out towards the front of the room. And pressing yourself up back into a seat. And we started off in our cross-legged seat, but now we're going to set up in our hero pose. So all you have to do, you're gonna come onto your knees. Make sure that your feet are together, somewhat together. The tops of the feet are grounding down. And just come to sit on your heels here. Good, so find a comfortable seat. I'm going to demo, we're going to set up for our first restorative posture. So for those of you who have a bolster at home, this works great, but if you just have a pillow, that works fine too. Even if you just have a couple blocks or if you have a blanket that you can roll up, or you can improvise. We are flexible people. We're working towards being. So you're gonna bring your bolster, or your pillow, your blanket, your box, whatever it is that you have accessible to you. And you're going to bring it the long ways on your mat. And then you're going to turn around where your bum is at the base of the bolster here. So extending your legs out in front of you. And the bolster is right behind you here. So set up. Guess you can't see, it's kind of dark. But just having it behind you, and again, it could be a pillow, it could be a blanket, it could be anything. So you're going for this back bend, also heart opener. So just bring your arms, or bring your hands rather, alongside you, coming down to your elbows, to then surrender down here. And so this is less props that we would use when we're naturally or normally at the studio, I should say. Because it is for whatever is most accessible to you at home. And here, just allow your feet to splay out. So you're not holding on to any tension or any tightness, but rather just allowing yourself to go. So just let go. You can make adjustments as needed. Maybe coming higher up onto your bolster, your pillow, your blanket, your blocks, whatever it is that you have behind you, or that you're lying on. We'll be here for a few moments, a couple minutes. And focusing on your breath. If you notice that your mind has wandered at any point in time through your practice, especially for the restorative portion, just remember to bring it back to your breath. You did not create an intention in the beginning of this class, but you are more than welcome to do so now to assist in anchoring and really grounding down, bringing your focus back to the present moment. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper, and bend your knees, stamp your feet down and towards the mat. So I have Dakota on my side here, but feel more than welcome to separate your knees as wide as is comfortable for you. Bring your heels together here. So we're in this reclined butterfly. And again, you can keep your arms alongside body. Maybe you can even bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Again, find what feels good. Maybe you alternate. Few more breaths here. One more full deep breath in. And exhale out. Begin to rock your head from side to side. You have one hand in your heart, one hand on your belly. Release into the side body. Bring your hands to your knees. Bring your legs back together, grounding your feet down and towards the mat. And now extend your right arm above head over your pillow, your bolster, your blocks, your blanket, and just roll onto your right side. Okay, just coming into the seat. And we're going to set up for our next portion of our restorative. Maybe you could even use your dog if you have your dog. So again, taking bolster, pillow, blanket, whatever works. In this, blocks wouldn't work actually. So a bolster, pillow, or blanket rolled up would work very nicely. So we're going to go into our half lizard. So let's lie on our belly. You're going to bring your bolster to your right side, or begin on our right side. So bring your bolster, your blanket, or your pillow over to your right, and then you're just going to lie out on your belly. So maybe you come into a tabletop position first, and then just grounding down in your palms, lowering down, keeping your elbows pressing in towards one another. So here you are on your belly. You're going to bend in your right knee, and you're going to bring it on top of the bolster. So here in class, when I would assist, you need your whole right leg on the bolster. So it can be pretty difficult to see right now, but just make adjustments as needed. When we normally do lizard, we worry about alignment. We want to protect our bodies. So we want our knee in line with our hip and our ankle directly under our knee. And then we're going to keep our foot flexed. But here in restorative, we could be a little more forgiving. Okay, just make sure that your knee and that your foot is completely on your bolster here. You can bring your arms on one another, so your forearms, and then you can lower your forehead down here. Or maybe you can come all the way down to your mat, extending your arms out in front of you, and allow your forehead to make contact with something. Okay, so yogi's choice, whatever is most comfortable. Again, just make sure that your whole right leg is on top of your blanket, bolster, or pillow. Okay, and we'll be here for a few moments. And again, making sure to connect with your breathing. Continue to deepen your breath here. Rocking your forehead from side to side, awakening the body. Lifting into your hands, making So lifting up your head. Then you can bring your hands underneath or by your ribs actually, and just slide your right leg off the bolster. Okay, so while you're on your belly, just not to make too many movements, just slide your blanket, bolster, or pillow over to your left side instead of for the opposite side body. So again, on your belly, you're going to bend your left knee and bring your whole left leg onto the bolster, blanket, or pillow, whatever prop you're using. Make adjustments as you need, so maybe lower the bolster. Like right now, I had it way too high for myself. So I'm gonna lower it down here. And again, you can have your foot relaxed, so no need to have it to reflex here. Again, in Lizard, when it's not a restorative, when we're not using props, we typically have our hip in line with our knee in line with our hip, and the knee directly over our ankle. So we want to worry about that alignment. But here we can be a little more forgiving. And so just make sure that your whole left leg is resting onto your bolster. Okay, so same thing here. Maybe you stack your arms onto one another. Maybe you go the opposite way this time. So if your right was underneath your left, switch it. And then you can bring your forehead down, or allow your forehead to surrender all the way down to your mat. And breathe here. Please rock your forehead from side to side. Continue to deepen your breath. Lifting your head up halfway and bringing your hands by your ribs, pressing your palms in towards the mat, and just sliding your leg off of your top here. Then tuck your toes, press yourselves up, coming into a tabletop position, and then just work your way into a seat. So we are going to set up for a restorative, something very passive inversion. So you can do this on your mat, lying on your back, or you would do it lying on your back, but with the assist of a wall. So I have a wall close by me, so feel free to move your mat. You don't have to at home or anything. You can just come pretty close to the wall, and I will demonstrate. So my left hip is going to come as close to the wall as possible. Okay, then you're going to extend your legs up towards the ceiling and spin yourself around. As graceful as possible, lowering yourself down onto your back. Maybe you scoot yourself a little bit more, and then you're here, extending your legs up towards the ceiling. You can wiggle out your toes, circle out your ankles, and then just relax. Bring your arms alongside body. You do not have a wall accessible to you. You can bring yourself back up. Lying on your back. And then extend your legs up towards the ceiling. So same thing here. Wiggling at your toes, circling at your ankles, relaxing here. And bring your arms alongside body. Okay, so finding what feels good in your body today. Maybe you start off with a wall and then you just work your way down. Maybe you just come onto your mat and you extend your legs up. So again, whatever serves you today, whatever your body's calling for. I will stay right here on my mats. But in restorative, the wall is a good prop for us. It holds us up. And that's actually in restorative yoga, our props, the things that we use, they do all the work for us. So here we're doing a little bit of work, actually, keeping our legs propped up. But please feel free to use the wall. To go further. Begin to allow gravity to do all the work and allow your legs to separate from one another. Slow. And off to opposite side. My right foot is right in the camera. Perfect. Big breath in here. And exhale, settle. I'm going to go even deeper. Bring your arms above head here. Slight bend in the elbows. Big breath in. And the exhale, slowly drawing your legs back in towards one another. And bending your knees, drawing in towards your chest. Just give yourself a hug here. Your shoulders are going to lift off of the mat. Forehead comes in towards your knee. And then surrender down. Your feet down towards the mat. So again, coming up to your right side, just to press yourself up into a seated position here. You're going to grab your bolster, your blanket, or your pillow. Whatever it is that you have accessible to you. And we're going to set up for a child's pose. So with our bolster in front of us this time. So the way you would take your child's pose, so bending your knees as far as is comfortable for your body. Bringing your toes together, your big toes to touch. The bolster is vertical. So you can slide it in a bit. Make it more comfortable for your body when you surrender down. Planting your palms down alongside the bolster. And here, I invite you to come onto your forehead, or you can come onto either side, either cheek. I'll be coming onto my forehead. So just slowly surrendering down, allowing your belly, allowing your chest to make contact with the bolster. And surrender down here. And we'll be here for a few breaths. A few moments, I should say. Doing your breath here. Beginning to rock your head from side to side, massaging up your arm. Bending your palms in alongside your blanket bolster, whatever prop you're using, pressing yourself up to a seat. Sliding your prop out of the way. And then coming into a seat, coming cross-legged. And softening the face, softening where you can. And just closing the eyes, gently bowing the chin down in towards your chest. And slowly rolling your right ear to your right shoulder. Rounding down the elbows so that your shoulders really press away from your ear. If you want them to creep up here. To really ground down in the elbows. Really sink down towards the earth. That's closer to. And then come back to your center. Left ear, left shoulder. And come back to your center. Over to the right. Come back to your center. And over to the left. And come back to your center. Lifting the head up. This time you're going to drop your head back. Again, keeping your eyes closed. Again, rooting down through the elbows so that your shoulders sink away from the ears. Right ear, right shoulder. And drop it back. Left ear, left shoulder. And drop it back. Right ear, right shoulder. Drop it back. Left ear, left shoulder. And drop it back. And coming back to center. And setting up for our last restorative asana, our last restorative posture. So take your bolster, blanket, prop, whatever it is that you've been using this entire time, and you're going to bring it parallel to the top of your mat here. And again, maybe you want to use your dog if she's here lying in front of you. So in a seated position, you're just going to kick your legs over your bolster here. Don't mind if I do, Dakota. So bringing the backs of your knees to rest onto the bolster. So we can have our knees over our heart in this last posture. And then we're going to come down for a more traditional savasana. So we'll be here for a few moments, and then we'll just kick the bolster, kick our prop, or whatever it is that you're using out of the way here. So press your palms down, press your palms down in towards the earth, along your hips. And then surrender down to your elbows just to make your way down to your back here. And then just lie out. Bring your arms alongside body. Maybe you can roll onto your shoulders to really open up through the chest here. Getting to deepen your breath here. And bending your knees. Bring your feet onto your prop. Just slide it out of the way. Maybe kick it alongside. And extending your legs out in front of you, coming down to your more traditional Savasana. I'm going to roll on my side and come to a seated position, but please come down to lie on your back with your legs taking up as much space as comfortable for you. And then with your arms alongside body. And notice where they fall, and then just separate them a few more inches away from the body. We will close out class with 3 cleansing breaths. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. Hold it at the top here. And sigh out. Big breath in deep through the nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale, side out. Last breath in, deep inhale through the nose, fill up the belly here. Hold it at the top. And side out. Savasana. And once again, just keeping your breath here. Beginning to invite some movement back into your fingers and your toes. Circle out your wrists, circle out your ankles. Then rock your head from side to side and you open and close the mouth here. Turn back to center. Bending your knees, bring them through your chest, bring them to your chest. And extend your right arm above head. Rolling onto your right side in the fetal position for just a few moments. And your left arm, press it down and towards the mat or earth to lift yourself up to a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed as best as you can. Lifting a prayer up through your heart center. Belly down, the head down. And thanking yourselves for arriving on your mat this evening. I genuinely find the hardest part of practice is just being present, arriving, carving out that time for yourself. Lifting your prayer up to your forehead, your third eye, your center of all knowing and intuition. And I thank you all so much for not being guided. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Gracias. That was lovely.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Have a great night, guys.
Night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chrissy.
Bye. How do I get rid of this thing?